Welcome to episode 8 of Beastars. Last time ended with Legosi realizing and kind of accepting his feelings of love for Haru, so I can't wait to see what happens next. What we focus on this time, we're going to watch the episode and discuss it. Subtitles and timer are on the screen if you want to follow along that way, or you can pull up the episode on your own on the side. But let's get into it either way. In 3, 2, 1, play. We'll see what happens. If we get another random little skit at the beginning about chickens and their eggs, or anything like that, that's fine too. But while the OP's playing, let me say that if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. Beastars comes out every Sunday with other videos every single day of the week. Check out the Patreon, link down in the description below, along with Twitter and Discord and all that if you want to hang out on those. But Patreon lets you support the channel, get these videos early, vote in polls for what shows I'm going to watch and all that stuff. So thank you very much if you check it out. But yeah. Got the whole dinosaur festival thing, the meteorite festival. Juno likes him. He likes Haru. Haru likes Lewis. Lewis likes having sex with her, but he can't be with her because he's too important and he's got an arranged marriage going on. And there's a lot of complication with this teenage romance stuff. I still love the style of the OP, especially the dance and their little weird kisses, and it's just adorable. And then you cut to that. Not as adorable. So here we go. Episode 8. Looking good. Good work. Oh, and what's a... Whoa, nice. Thought it was going to roar or something, but I don't know. That's nice looking. Why do you say with Juno? Do you all already assume that he's with Juno? A string? How many compose a string? A devouring. That would be nice, but since you said that, it kind of makes it seem like it won't. Like getting Floss stuck on your canines. Okay. I ate an apple yesterday. Got a little apple skin stuck between my teeth. That was obnoxious. Popcorn happens there. Terrible. Interesting. A lion with the combed back ponytail. Interesting. The mayor in Zootopia was a lion. Come on. I can't not draw the comparisons. Although he had a nice flowing mane. Wow, that's a sad thought. Be hard to swallow you whole, though. That's terrifying. Yeah, a little bit. And then that. Hello? Yeah, I mean, you don't have... It's kind of hard not to. But then is that, like, condescending? To kneel down like that? I don't know. I don't know how you'd feel about that. Yeah, I think it's most dangerous right in this exact spot. There's fucking weird people out here, you don't want to get hurt. But he's taking the initiative. He's actually approaching her, he's talking to her. He's still awkward and shy as hell, but he's taking initiative. That's very good. And she's like, this is fucking weird. What happened? Okay. We're missing the train! Because you held us up, buddy. Now what do we do? We love vegetable. Just one. Yeah, he makes it a little difficult. Yeah, she clearly didn't know what he was thinking then. She thought he wanted something totally different. And now, when you start talking about the weather, I mean, come on now. Yeah, you did. You definitely tried. Yeah, hilarious. But it's a little different for him. He's never had an experience like that before. For you, that was just another day of getting naked. For him, that was, and he has these feelings for you. Oh, wow. I mean, she can if she wants. But clearly she's kind of been ingrained to think that's just what people want from her. But he told her how he felt. Like maybe a little more value in yourself. True? She has a very different life experience than you. Although they both have their insecurities and their fears, they're just different. But yeah, as someone who, oh shit, that looks bad. As someone who lives in fear, who doesn't really have people who are close to her, who kind of gets used for her body, gets bullied by these people, like she takes what she can get. Gets love in whatever way she can. That's good though. I'm glad she didn't she wasn't like, oh yes, he's hurting me, please help. Like she realized the misunderstanding and tried to get him out of there. Yeah, he's trying. Yeah, they're different, so he's just trying. It's kind of trial and error, trying to figure out how to interact with her. So unfortunately, it takes a little working out. But they're running hand in hand. Pick her up and carry her. That's nice. Hiding out in the bathroom. Yeah, he's being very considerate. Must be really cramped and uncomfortable in there for him. Right now, yeah, she's like, there's such a difference between the nature of what you are and the way you're talking. Pick one. Yeah, you say something so intimidating, but in such a an awkward way, people don't know how to feel. Oh shit. I mean, he's right. Being honest, I respect him. Like actually taking these steps to talk to her and be honest about these things. And So yeah, she just she couldn't see them very well. That's what it was. She said before she didn't really remember, but it's more that she couldn't see because it was dark. Yeah. Of course, she didn't want to say when she didn't really know him very well. Ooh. Now he wants to tell her the truth. I look, the tail standing up when she touched him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a right time, right place for something like that. Uh, is it best not to tell her? Because, like, there's nowhere, nobody else knows. There's no way else she'd find out, right? Does she have a right to know? Would she prefer not to know? Maybe it's best just to make sure it doesn't happen again. Mm, it's hard to know what to do. Ooh, it's hard to know what to do. Should you tell the truth, even if it'll have negative effects? Lewis getting injured, and would she want to know the truth, even if it might negatively affect things? Well, it's complicated. And here's Juno. Everybody's so attracted to her. The cute wolf girl. Except for the guy that she actually wants to be attracted to her. Oh, okay. She need. That's hilarious. A sloth. Again, if you want to talk about Zootopia, the DMV sloths, but a sloth who has to go to the bathroom really badly, and it's like I can't fucking make it in time. I need help. That's pretty good. I would have liked to have seen that, like the chicken scene last time, where we have a whole scene of the sloth trying to get to the bathroom in time. Yeah, she does. Everybody's united around her cuteness. Well, I have to say, she's got a nice body for a wolf. I never noticed that before. She's never really been in clothes like that, but yeah, seeing, yeah, sure. All right. So we already have the love square going on, and now Lewis and Juno are together. So what the hell's going to happen there? How can we complicate this even further? And if Lugosi wants to get with Haru, if we can get these two off together on the side, well, that helps things. But we'll see what happens. Practicing her dancing. Were you rushing or were you dragging? I don't even know if looking happy is important. I don't think they'll notice what her face looks like. I mean, maybe, but Wow. She's taking the lead. She is a wolf. She's pretty strong. Damn, holding him down. No, I don't think so. Damn, this is a whole different side to Juno. Holy shit. Declaration of war. Wow. Okay, so Juno has a lot more to her than it seems so far. She wants to fucking take control. Be the Beastar. Peace for carnivores. Wants Lugosi for herself. Yeah, might as well be eaten by a cute girl wolf, I guess. Not necessarily. I mean, she clearly has reason to be confident with the way people treat her. Sorry to say, but he might not be so interested. What would Juno be willing to do if she found out about Haru? That could be bad. Uh-oh, no matter what it takes. Uh-oh. That's gonna be... I can see that being a conflict. A little bunny versus a wolf who's willing to do anything to get what she wants. That's gonna be bad. Not quite, but he's got someone he's interested in. Is she gonna make a move? Is she gonna talk to him? You might as well ask. Make your feelings known, because he's a little oblivious, at the very least. I love the group head turn. Yeah, he just kind of treats you like anybody else. Just kind of a sphere. But it's fine. It would be. Oh shit, she's asking him out. And... Of course. Interrupted just at the wrong time. I feel bad. I feel bad for her. Even if he would have rejected her, at least she'd have an answer and would have gotten her question out. But to be interrupted like that really sucks. That's cool on them, though, to protect them like that. Because this seems like it might be more than a coincidence. Something bad might be happening. Somebody might be getting attacked off in a dark corner somewhere. Could it be? Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go off and check just in case. Is she gonna go too? She's at the very least suspicious of what he's doing. Looking around for her. Smell, sniff her out with your incredible nose. Alright. Well, I hope she's okay. What the hell? Oh, he's up top. Okay. Sniffing from above. Nice. Following the scent. Where is it going to lead? Okay, well, she seems fine at first glance. She just seems scared. Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Rabbits don't have good night vision, huh? She just immediately assumed that it would be him, and that's who she wanted it to be. That fucking hurts. That stings. After that, if Juno asked you to the festival, would you say yes? Or would you still say no and try to pursue Haru? Ooh. And of course Juno sees it. Ooh, the drama is so juicy it hurts. I love it. Right? It's weird, huh? Physically, possibly impossible, yes. She can't believe it. Fuck. Damn it. I want to see more, but that is the end for now, so let's talk about that episode. Alright, episode 8 of Beastars, another great episode. This one felt kind of long, and not in a bad way, like I was getting bored and it was overstaying its welcome, just that it felt like a lot happened. And yet, even then, by the end, I wanted more to happen, and I want the next episode, because I'm just so invested in these characters, and I'm comparing it to Land of the Lustrous now, which was by the same studio, obviously very different shows, very different types of shows, and I'm trying to think which one I like better. I'm loving what this Studio Orange, has done so far. Loved Land of the Lustrous, would love to see a second season, loving this too, and would love to see a continuation as well. I'm just way into it. These characters and their drama and everything going on with them is just so good, is so realistic and relatable, and there are so many shows that might follow romantic drama, teenage high school drama, and they could just be annoying and over the top and ridiculous and obnoxious and stupid. But when it's done really well, it can be really good when you just write it well, when you make the characters so good, so endearing and relatable, when you see all this stuff like Juno's interactions with Lewis, or at the end, Lugosi hearing what he did from Haru. It hits really hard. I'm loving all the characters' interactions with each other. I would have loved to seen that scene with the sloth. If we really got a scene like with the chicken, like we got before, about the sloth trying to go to the bathroom, because that is funny. I can't help but have the Zootopia comparisons that pop up every once in a while, although, as a whole, it has proven itself to be very different than Zootopia, but, especially at the beginning, when I was wondering, are there going to be some kind of weird flowers that are affecting carnivores' instincts and making them go crazy, whereas now it seems like that's definitely not the case, which is good, and we learned that, Lugosi's issues at the beginning were just purely on him, or personal issues that he was having. But, the comparisons are going to be there, so when I see that the mayor is a lion, or when we get a funny scene with a sloth, I am going to think about that, but it is a funny thought of a sloth in an environment like this, where they're like, I have to go to the bathroom really badly, shit, I'm a sloth, I can't get there that fast. It would have been fun. We'll see, maybe it would have gotten too old if we just have to watch the sloth slowly trying to make their way there, see what kind of obstacles they have to face in order to make it funny. People maybe keep trying to stop them to talk to them or something. I don't know. Either way, it's a funny idea, but yeah, Juno was a really big standout in this episode. Of course, she is liking Lugosi while he likes Haru, while she likes Lewis while he's sleeping with Haru, but they can't have an actual relationship. Juno has a scene with Lewis in this episode, and that was surprising. seeing that other side of her and seeing those interactions, her really taking advantage of her nature and her strength as a wolf, taking control of him, pinning him down like that, and basically saying like, yeah, I could totally devour you if I wanted to. She's not going to do anything like that. She wouldn't. Although, when it comes to a certain little rabbit, I definitely worry there. But yeah, her basically just saying, hey, I am going to do whatever it takes to get what I want. I want to come out on top here. I want to be the Beastar. I want Lugosi for myself. And she wants peace for carnivores. Of course, our introduction to her was her being bullied because of her being a carnivore. And she wants shit like that to stop. And she's perfectly aware of her strengths as a carnivore, which I'm sure Lewis would respect there. But yeah, saying that she'll do whatever it takes, and now she sees at the end of the episode that Lugosi has this interest in Haru. What would she be willing to do about that? I definitely worry. I think there's going to be a lot of problems there. We'll see how that goes. Haru could definitely be in danger. When Lewis and Juno were together, I was wondering where that would go. I was like, well, if we want Lugosi and Haru to get together, then separating Juno and Lewis is good. If they can somehow work things out between them and they can get together, well, then problem solved. But for now, no, problem not solved at all. That was a really great scene, though. And Lewis, just in general, that getting cut by Bill, everything else that he does, his conversation with Lugosi, well done as well. And Lugosi continues to be fantastic, and I love his scenes with Haru, and just him trying to put on this sensitive nature while also the sensitive way of speaking, while having this tough wolf exterior, and she can even get up close and kind of hear like the growling in his throat like she mentions, and there's just this weird disconnect, and she's harping on like, you gotta pick one. Are you gonna be bold or are you gonna be sensitive? People are confused by you. They don't really know what to think, and that's relatable too, even as someone who's not a wolf. This author is able to take these things and sort of translate them, like these relatable human problems, and show them through the lens of these animalistic characters in ways that are like unique to them as animals, but relate back to actual human issues. Because for me personally, as somebody who is often very quiet, especially when I was younger, when I just didn't really know how to talk to people that well, I think that was a big problem for a lot of people, that they just didn't know what I was thinking. And so like they just didn't know how to interact with me either. And I would always be like, yeah, I mean, I don't really go out of my way to talk to people, but people don't often go out of their way to talk to me either. And I feel like a lot of the time that is just because they don't know what kind of person you are. If you're really quiet and awkward like that, they don't know what to say to you, what you're thinking, how you're going to react to any of it. So to see him going through something like that, and again, the conflict between what he's saying and how he seems, like when he's being so terrifying at the beginning, like, oh, it's really dangerous out here, but he seems like a fucking maniac. And she was even saying, like, was I supposed to make a joke about that? Was I supposed to be like, oh, you're one to talk? And like, she doesn't know how to react to it, and so it's hard to talk to him. And oh, it's such relatable human issues, and it's so good to watch. And I love that he is making progress. He's actually taking action and trying to progress things with her. He's trying to take initiative, which is awesome to see. He's getting close to her. He's walking with her, going as far as to give his opinions on her promiscuity, which is an interesting conversation to have, because like, I'm glad they're not just ignoring it. That's definitely something that happened between them, but it's so different for the two of them. For her, that was just some other thing, just another guy she took her clothes off for one time. Haha, let's look back on it and laugh. But of course, for him, he wants to be more than friends. He has these feelings for her that she doesn't have back. And also, that was a very unique experience for him, that he's never had anything like that happen before, so that's going to stand out in his mind a lot more. So the fact that he was willing to voice his opinion honestly is cool as well, that he was telling her what he thought about that. And, I think that if she wants to sleep around, if she's willing to sleep with somebody easily, that's her business. She can do whatever she wants. But we've clearly seen that, there's a lot going on there, of course. A lot of guys seem to have just kind of wanted her for that, and she's just kind of been ingrained to think that that's what they want, and so she's just very quickly ready to offer that up and take what she can get. She can't get a real love, a real relationship from somebody like Lewis, so she'll take what she can get. She'll take a sexual relationship, and adding to that, just the fear that Lugosi can't relate to. While he has his own fears, all these carnivores have their own issues, their own problems they want to resolve, and Lugosi has these fears of his nature and how he can act around Haru. She has her own fears too, but they are different. They're different fears. But I think, through talking about it, you can definitely come to understand each other, because he does know what it is like to have these struggles. You can just talk about your specific struggles with each other and try to understand, and I think you can definitely get there. But to have that fear of death hanging over you so strongly all the time, being this cute little bunny and just wanting to try to experience love in whatever ways possible that you can while you still have the time, she's willing to do whatever she needs to there. And so him kind of voicing that opinion, her getting mad, and then the misunderstanding, which, yeah, you could definitely see that being a relatable human situation as well. Some guy treating some woman like that and people around them getting all suspicious and being like, hey, let go of her. Like, that kind of shit would happen all the time. But it's just even more so, it's enhanced when one's a big giant wolf and one's a tiny little bunny. But I like that she ran off with him, and I like the scene of him holding her hand and hiding in the bathroom and everything. And the blackout, we'll see if there were any bad consequences of that, because I definitely got worried as soon as it happened. I felt bad for Juno getting interrupted like that. I don't know what he would have said. Of course, he's pursuing Haru, but he hasn't been, neglecting Juno the whole time. He's just very oblivious to her feelings, says he can't pick up on stuff like that because he's really shy and awkward and inexperienced. So finding out that she had these feelings for him, how would he react? What would he think? Would he even know what to say? Would he have the courage to say no, or would he say yes just to be nice? I think he probably would have said no, maybe awkwardly been like, oh, I hear somebody calling for me, I gotta go over there. But either way, it sucks to not be able to get your question out. It sucks to not have an answer. Even if the answer is no, you want to know what the answer would be. So I felt bad for her for that, getting interrupted at the worst time. And then, of course, it leads to everything that happens with Haru. It's great to see him tracking her down. It's great to see that she was okay. But when she says, Lewis, fuck, that single moment, that word, that's a knife to the heart. Man, that hurts. And that's gotta hurt for him too. That he tracked her down, he was worried about her, found her, and at first she just thinks, oh, it must have been Lewis who came to save me, because that's what she wanted it to be. Damn, that sucks. That really does. So what is he going to think from now on? How's he going to interact around her? How's he going to interact with Lewis? If Juno does pursue him and ask him, how is he going to react now? How is she going to act around Haru? Is she going to take it really far? Is she going to try to do something really, really bad? Something bad is going to happen during the Meteorite Festival. They're like, oh, I sure hope it goes well. I'm like, well, you said that, which means it definitely won't. So, oh man, there's going to be a lot of chaos with all these wacky kids in love with each other. But yeah, just that word. And I love so many of the details in this show, like him wagging his tail when Haru is involved, like when she put her hand on his back in that one scene and his tail shot straight up. And yet then looking back on that last scene, his tail isn't doing that at all after that shock of her kind of wanting Lewis rather than him. And that also shows us that she did actually remember that somebody attacked her before. And since they didn't really know each other much back then, of course she wouldn't want to be that open about that with him, so she just said, I don't remember. She does remember, but of course she doesn't know that it was him. It was too dark to see, and that's an interesting conflict too. He wants to be honest, which I respect, and to tell her, and so I don't know what you should do. Being honest is definitely a good thing. I don't think there's really anybody else who knows about it, so it's not like she's going to find out from somebody else eventually, and it's going to be a situation of like, well, you should have just told her yourself before she found out from some other source. Like, you're basically the only one who can tell her. So should you do it? Should you be honest with her? Even if it's going to have negative effects? Would she want to know? I don't know. It's a hard decision to make. Is the best thing you can do just to try to do better going forward and make sure that that doesn't happen again and just kind of ignore that happened? You know, from her perspective, would she want to know? You never know. You could say, like, yeah, of course I'd want to know the truth no matter what, but then you might find out the truth and it might negatively affect your relationship, and then you might think, shit, I wish I could just go back to how it was. I wish I had never found out the truth. I don't know what he should do. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm sure she has to find out eventually, and how will that affect things? I don't know, but I love the character dynamics, and I love that Juno became more interesting. She was just kind of there before, It was kind of an interesting relationship for Lugosi to have, having somebody who was interested in him, but her scenes in this episode kind of made her a fully fledged character too, that now is much more interesting and on her own, not just in her relation to Lugosi. So that just adds more complication to all the dynamics going on here, and yeah, I'm really excited to see more. See what the hell happens with all this. Is anybody going to be hurt after this blackout? Was it intentional in any way? Did anything bad happen that we're going to find out at the beginning of the next episode? How many more devourings are there going to be? Who's behind it and why? Is that even going to be a focus at any point? That there's specifically anybody specifically that we may know doing anything bad like this, or who may get involved with stuff like that? Because of course the show opened with a student being murdered, so I don't know when we'll go back to that, if we do at all. I don't necessarily expect a full-on mystery show, which is kind of what it seemed like it might be at the beginning, where they're just going around trying to investigate it themselves, but just how much will we tie back into that? How big of a focus will that be? What's going to go wrong at the Meteorite Festival? I can't fucking wait. So yeah, it was a great episode. It did a lot for Juno's character, and Lugosi and Haru's relationship. So many small details that I love. I still love the visuals, direction, voice acting, and everything. Just that scene where she called out to Lewis. That one little thing, that was really impactful, and I felt so bad there. Yeah, I love this show. It's one of my favorites of the year. From what I've watched, I really, really want to see what's going to happen next, and then I'll be really, really tempted to read the manga. But yeah, for now, let me know your thoughts on this episode, and we can talk about it more down in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos. Check out the Patreon and all that stuff, linked down in the description below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.